Hello everybody, thank you for joining me, and today I'm Lee from thecraftyspark.co.uk, and this video that I'm doing today is the carry-on from the video I did the other day when I showed you how to make this. Now, for those of you that haven't seen it, this is a gift card tin, that I'm making, which I can't get out because it's got a magnet holding it closed. Look, and it's a very strong magnet and it keeps sticking itself to the tin, which is great because it means it won't fall out, but it also means it's a bit tricky to get it out. But never mind. But this was done with the Going Global set that we do at Stampin Up, and that includes the paper and the stamps and the embossing folder. So I've used the whole suite, and I've got to say I'm dead chuffed with it. It's actually a design that I saw on Pinterest. Oh my goodness, what was the lady's name that did it? I know her website is a la cards, but I can't remember what her actual name is. Sorry, Mrs. a la cards or Miss a la cards, do apologise. I will find you and make sure you are referenced in the blog post, because that's always important. If ever you're going to case, which is what we call it, copy and share everything, always make sure you credit the original designer if you know who it is. Good etiquette. Right, so going back to this anyway. So this is going to be the holder, the envelope. And now, today, I'm going to show you how to make the gift card holder that's going to go into the envelope. Now, I will be very honest with you, and I will say to you right now, I haven't made a prototype for this. So it's kind of going to be a bit of a live and learn, all right? The only thing I have done is messed about with this piece of paper. So I haven't made a full prototype. All I've done is messed about with a piece of paper to try and work it out. Originally, I saw this card made by one of my lovely Stampin' Up friends, Sue Hall at BB Card Designs, and she did a video tutorial on it. But what I've done is I've taken her one and I've changed all the sizes, which is why it's a bit of a mix up. I just hope it's going to work. But stop gabbling, get moving. Now, I've actually got, as you can see, 3 sheets of the designer series paper, and the reason I've done that is because I want a back to write on, and I like this back. I like this pattern for the back of the card holder, the gift card holder, the card. Yeah, it's a card, isn't it? Yeah, we go with the card. So this is the back, right? But I didn't want that on the inside. I wanted that on the inside. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stick those 2 pieces together. And then on the outside, I'm going to have this one. All right. Now, as you can see, they're still 6 inches by 6 inches. I haven't actually cut any of it yet, and there's a reason for that. I will show you. But first of all, what I'm going to do is stick these 2 pieces together. And I'm going to do that. I don't even need that. Very easily. Where are we? That's what I wanted. Snail. I'm just going to run some snail along the edge of that one, kind of in the middle-ish, and then like that. But I'm also going to go across as well, so I'm just creating a grid, if you like, to sort of hold the 2 sheets nicely together. Try and get into the corners a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, that will do. There we go. All right. So this edge here doesn't have any of the snail on it, so I'm going to use this edge to line up, and then this is going to stick my 2 pieces together for me. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this before cutting it is so that when I cut it, it's going to be an exact shape. It's not going to be slightly off here or slightly off there. It's all going to be cut at the same time. All right, so that's now my base. Okay, now my darling daughter, I'm making this for her boyfriend. Hopefully one day my son-in-law, because he's lovely. Really, really lovely guy. But she's very OCD. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to have it so that I write along that way. I want it that I write along those lines that way, which is going to really freak her out, I know, but oh, no, nasty. Right, I want that bit going on there. So now what I'm going to do is, actually, which is the stuck edge? That's the stuck edge, isn't it? You know what? What's going to happen, don't you? I'm going to put it round the wrong way, and then the lines will end up round the right way. Oh, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Right, I have got some very narrow tape that I'm using here. This tape is, what is this? About 1/4 of an inch wide. I don't want it any wider than that. Yeah, I am going to stick it on now because I'm going to cut it. Yeah, so it's just a very narrow one. I'm just going to put a piece just there on the side, just there on the bottom. Now that is not actually going to be forming part of the card, all right? It's just to hold that top layer in place because I don't actually want to stick the two together just yet, but I do want to cut them. Now I think I'd like that corner there. Is that my stuck edge up there? I think it is, isn't it? Oh, lost my stuck edge. Well, that will serve me right for trying to trick my daughter, won't it, into having something that she doesn't actually want round the wrong way. Oh, never mind. Whatever way those lines end up, they're the way they're going to be. I hope it's round the wrong way, though, because that'd be really funny. Right. So I'm going to stick that on there. Right, now it's not actually a bad match, but it's not a perfect match. Now I sound OCD, don't I? Right, now I'm going to bring in my trusty guillotine. Now, some of you may have these, some of you may not. Unfortunately, Stampin' Up don't do them anymore, which is such a shame because I love this. Absolutely brilliant. However, we do have our trimmer, but I'm cutting through 3 sheets of paper, so I'd rather do it on here just to make sure I get it perfectly okay. Now I'm going to cut past the tape. I've aligned the tape up over here, so I'm actually cutting the tape off, alright? But it's given me a dead straight line and it's holding it all together so I don't end up having squiffy sides or anything like that. Now, the next one I'm going to do, right, that's the edge that's stuck. I need to remember that. The next one I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it round. Now I actually want this to be 4.5 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to line it up at, stay together for me. Oh, it is together, that's right. So I want it 4.5 inches. Now I can't remember which side is stuck. Oh, it was that side, that's right. So I'm going to line that up at 4 3/4 of an inch, like that. Slice that bit off. All right. The reason I did that is so that when I cut this side, I can actually cut my tape off at the same time. Now I'm going to turn it on that way because we're still stuck on one side, remember, but we're open on the other end. I'm going to cut it to 5 inches because that's the length that I want. And then the final cut is going to cut that edge off there. So that's going to cut to 4.5, and it will cut the tape off at the same time. All right. So that has meant I now have exactly the perfect shape fit. Isn't that clever? Are you impressed? You should be. I am. Right, let's get rid of that because I don't need that. Now then, what should we do next? What should we do next? I know what we do next. The next thing we do, I'm going to punch a hole. Am I going to do that next? No, I'm not going to do that next. Right, forget I said that. Put that over there for a minute. I'm going to concentrate on this bit. So this is my top, the top sheet that I'm going to be using. And what I'm going to do, if I can find my biro, where are they? Where did I put them? I've got a whole box of coloured biros that I have. Oh, there they are. I use them when I'm sort of making up gifts and things. There we go. Let's grab a red one. That's better. Oops. Put that back there for a minute. Now, the reason I've got this is because I'm going to mark up the back so that you can see where we're going and what we're doing. Also will help me see where I'm going and what I'm doing as well, won't it? Oh. Right, now I want a 1/2 inch margin, so I'm going to use my ruler and go for 1/2 inch on my ruler. So I want 1/2 inch all the way around. So there's one. I'm trying to keep it straight. Now you notice I'm doing it on the back as well. I'm not doing it on the front. You could obviously do it on the front, but because I'm doing it in red biro so you can see it, I'm not going to do mine on the front because that'd be silly, wouldn't it? Right, so there's my square, which I'm hoping you can just about see, can't you? I should have made those lines a little bit clearer really. Right, there we go. There's one, there's another one. Right. Okay, so there's our grid on the back. Now, I'm going to change colours. I'm going to, shouldn't have done that, going to do, actually, let's do green. Yeah, there we go. Because, I hope this is going to show up, one end, which end am I going to do it on? Yeah, I'm going to do it on this end. One end, you are not going to cut, you're going to score, which is going to be there. All right, so we're going to cut around those three, but we're going to score that one. All right, then I'm going to go another 1/2 inch over and I'm going to score there as well, like that. All right, so I've got a score line here and a score line here. And then, where was I going to cut? I can't remember. You can see I've got quite a lot of little lines going on up here. Oh, it was that one, I think. Was it that one? So I could pull it. No, I don't want to pull it that far back. Is it that one? No, it wasn't that. Oh, it was that one. Yeah, sorry. So how far across is that? Don't mind me while I just have a little chat with myself, will you? 1 3/4 inches. So from that side, yeah, so around that way, I'm going to go across 1 3/4 of an inch. Now, if I've just lost you, don't worry. All right, I'm going to put a cutting and scoring template on my blog post, which you'll find the link for that underneath the video. So if you're not sure where you're doing your cutting and scoring, just refer back to the blog post, look at the picture, and it will show you exactly where you need to cut and where you need to score. All right. Now that is going to give me this. Okay, you could cut it with a knife, you could try and attack it with your scissors, whatever you like. I am going to use whacking that tripod. Oh, I've really whacked the tripod. Look, we've gone all over the place. There we go, that's better, isn't it? I'm going to use my trimmer because It's just a fantastic piece of equipment. Right, so because I've drawn the lines, I haven't even got to measure now. I can just line up with the groove on the cutting plate. So all I need to remember is which lines I'm cutting and which lines I'm scoring. So that one's a cut. Do you know what? I'm going to do the scoring one first because I don't want the paper to move. That's a score line. There's another score line. Let's turn that around that way and do that score line as well while I'm here. Now remember, when you're scoring, it's the lighter one, not the darker one. The darker one will cut. It will not score. I lost count of the amount of times I did that when I first got my trimmer. Oh my goodness, I'm surprised it lasted, to be honest, because you know, sometimes when you craft at night and you're really tired, and because you're tired you need to kind of keep it as easy as you can, and then you end up ballsing it up because you cut the wrong thing. Oh, boy, did that used to stress me out. Right, I'm just smoothing down those cut edges so that they're nice and flat. There we go. So this is now what we are left with. We have got that one that goes that way, that one which is going to go that way, and that one which is going to go that way. See? All right, so that's what we're sort of final bit is. Now I want to cut a hole at the top there. Now bear in mind you have got a score line there. You don't want to cut. Look, there's your score line. You don't want to punch further past that, but you want like a finger tab bit. So I've got, what have I picked up here? 1.5 inch punch. I'm just going to pop it in. I'm lining it up roughly in the centre. And I just want to make sure I've got just a small amount. You don't need to have a huge bit, because we're going to put a little bit of ribbon on it as well. But just a semicircle. Well, it's not even a semicircle, is it? It's just like a notch bit, a thumb notch. That's the word. That's what I was trying to think of, a thumb notch. Right, now that base, where did that go? There it is. That is going to be going onto there. That will stick down like that. Whoop. And then that's going to be pulling up that way. Well, it will be in a minute anyway, like that. All right. Now the gift card is going in there. You see, like that. So that when it pulls up, obviously you can see it at the minute, but when it pulls up, that's what you're going to get. Okay, just so you know where we're going with this. Right, now then. Where did I put that narrow tape? There it is. This needs to be stuck down on 3 sides. So I'm going to put the tape on, but I'm not actually going to stick it just yet. All right. There's one. There's another one. And one across the bottom. Now I'm deliberately using very narrow tape because I've only got a narrow edge, which is a bit of a nuisance because I've had to have a narrow edge to be able to fit in the tin that I'm using and to get the card in. So it would have been better if I could have had a wider edge. I think when Sue made hers, she had a 3/4 inch margin sort of going around the outside, which was much more sensible. Right, but that's going to be going on there like that. Now, you need something to pull out, obviously. So what we're going to do is we're now going to cut a piece of card, which I just realised I haven't measured. Hang on, let me just measure how big this needs to be. I want it to tuck. No, where does it go? Does it go on to that edge? just under that edge. That's where I want it to go. Right, so I want it to be there to there. That's going to be too far, so I will do 4 5/8. Yeah, 4 5/8 by 4 5/8 by 3 3/4. 4 5/8 by 3 3/4. There we go. Oh, there's another bit there. 4 5/8 by 3 3/4. 4 5/8 by 3 3/4. 3 3/4. 3 3/4. Oh my goodness! Look, it fits. Wow, that was freaky. Fancy that. That was weird. Right, is that going to be all right under there? You see, that needs to be able to stick just inside, but I still need to be able to get the tape going around the edges. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yep, okay, that'll do. That'll do. And then that, where does that go? I need to think now. Oh, I know what we need. Yeah, it's all right. I know what I'm doing. I think I do anyway. Right. What do I want to do next? Tell you what I need to do. I'm just going to stop the video because I need to sort of tidy up a little bit, get myself a bit more organised, and then I can show you what you need to do with it next. All right? Because otherwise we're going to end up doing this wrong, and that's going to be a disaster because I haven't got time to make another one because it's actually needed for tomorrow. All right, just give me a second. I'll be back in a minute. Back again. Right, sorry about that. Just had to get myself arranged and organised and blah, blah, blah. Right, okay, so we've done that bit and that bit and that bit. Now, on this piece of Very Vanilla, I've got my corner rounding punch, my Project Life corner rounding punch. I'm just going to round off these corners. It's always easier if you do this upside down when you're using this little punch. I know it's got the guide on it, but when you can actually see what you're doing, it does make things a bit more simple, doesn't it? So if you turn it upside down, like I am, and you see what's going on. Right, so that's that one done. Now the other thing I want to do on here is I want to make a ribbon hole. So let me just mark the centre, so I know where the centre is. What are we? 3 3/4. What's half of that? 1 1/2 plus 3. 1 7/8. Oh, crash. Sorry about that. That was my one of the punches. Now this is the triple punch, as you can see, and this little one here, that one there, that's the one that we're going to use for marking our line. Oh good, I haven't put it back far enough. Dear me. Let me try that again, otherwise I won't be able to see. It's got a notch here, you see. See that notch? That's where you line up for the centre. But I couldn't see where I'd made the line because I put it too far back and hidden it. But if I do it like that, you see, I can see it now. That's better. So, pop that there. And then... whoop, see daisy. That was a lousy punch, wasn't it? Let's do that. Oh no, it did go through. Look. Silly. Here we go. Right, so that's given me my holes for my ribbons. Now, where's my rubber gone? I'm going to rub that pencil out. Otherwise I'll forget. And I'll be giving this to the recipient, my daughter's boyfriend, with pencil marks all over. There we are. That's it. Right. Now that will be under there. Like that, you see. Right, what do we need to do next then? Okay, turn over your paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some double-sided tape just along, oops, sorry, along this bottom piece here. Okay, that's where the flat bit is. All right, so just along that bottom section. Where'd I put it? There it is. Might as well carry on using this, really, mightn't I? Started with it, might as well finish with it. Looks like it's nearly finished as it is. Coming in on, take it off. Never mind. Right, so that it's going on there. Oh, it has finished. Look. Get rid of that one. We've got another one somewhere. There we go. There's another one. Hang on. Let me just undo this one. That's it. There we go. That's better. Right. Take that off. Now you could, if you wanted to, if it was easier for you, you could, instead of putting your tape around this edge, you could obviously put it around this edge. In fact, that might even be better, because then at least you can see where you're going. But you'll see where you're going, or you'll need to see where you're going for what I'm going to do now, because I'm going to put this, in fact I shouldn't have taken that backing off of there, because now I can't line it up properly. I want to put that roughly as central as I can get it. So I'm going just over the bottom line and each side line, making it central. Whoop, that there, I think. I hope. Does that look in the centre? I think it does, doesn't it? Let's hope so, because I'm sticking it down. Right, so that is now stuck to there. See how it's going? Starting to take shape. Yeah? Good. Right. Before I stick to this though, what I want to do is I'm just going to put just a strip across there just to hold this in the right place. Do we need that? Actually, no, I don't think we do, because where that margin is so narrow, no, I think we're going to get away with it. What I'm looking at, I'll hold it here. Can you see how we've got just a small gap between the edge of the tape and the edge of the card? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to leave it like that. If that gap was any wider though, what you'd want to do is put sort of like just a strip of paper or card or something just going across it, just to hold it in place as you're sliding it up and down. All right, otherwise you might find you end up with your card going everywhere you want it but where you want it, if you know what I mean. Right, so that's going to be doing that. Now when that comes up to there is a blank area, so we're going to decorate that blank area. And what I'm going to do, yeah, it needs to be about there, isn't it? So we've got that much. Let me just have a look at my, I've already still, look, I've got the compass on there still. So should we put the compass on there? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Or should we put the happy birthday on there? Well, I was going to put the happy birthday on the front, you see. Should we put it on there as well, though? Nah, let's put the compass on there. I like that compass. Right, where's my early espresso? This is the ink that I'd used last time, so I'm going to use the same colour. I'm going to try and get it up the right way. I might not succeed, but I'll have a try. So you can actually fold that back, look, if you need to, while you're doing your stamping or your decorating. I mean, ideally, you do your stamping or your decorating first, wouldn't you? But because I was sort of cutting and sticking and stuff like that, I needed to see how far back I could get. No, that's not very straight, is it? Never mind. I needed to see how far back I was going to go. But that's good. That's okay. I can go with that. Let's turn it around that way. Make it even easier then, won't it? You know what else I'm going to do, thinking about it? Just to give it a little bit more oomphy-bumphy. I'm going to put another stamp over the top of that compass. What shall I put on there? I know what I'm going to put on there. I am going to put my, oh, if I can get it out, my world map. What a great idea. Oh, full of them today, aren't I? Now, what way up does this go? I can never remember. Right, it's got to go up that way. Okay, now if I keep that up that way, I know that even if I stamp all over that and make a huge mess, it's fine. Because it's all going to be on the underside. You're not going to see it, all right? So if I ink that up in, what colour should we ink it in? Should we go in Lost Lagoon, or shall we go more sort of browny colours? What do you reckon? Oh, decisions, isn't it? Difficult. That's going to be like that. No, I think Lost Lagoon, don't you? That'd look quite good. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to put that like that. I'll move it in a minute. Yeah, I'm going to do Lost Lagoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, because I don't know where this is actually going to land, I'm going to ink all of it. It's such a huge big stamp anyway. I could end up anywhere, couldn't I? Right. Shall we have a try and see how this comes out? I can't even hold it, it's so big. Look, my hands aren't big enough. Right, I want that there, and I'm going to put that there. Let's just hope for the best, shall we? Right, I'll give it a good push down all over. Ready? The moment of truth. Steady. Ta-da! Cool, that's come out all right, hasn't it? Oh yeah, like that. Get me fancy stamping. Oh yes, I do like that. That's good. Right, should we do it on the back as well? Because otherwise the back's going to be bare, isn't it? Yeah, let's do it on the back as well. Where'd I put that in your hand? Nice. You know what else you could use? If you didn't want to use the map, or if you haven't got a map even, you could use the new textured impressions stamp set that came out, because that has got, where's that got to go? It's got to go that way, isn't it? That has got it's got like a grid. Where is it? I've got it around here somewhere. I can't see it now. But it's like this grid paper. It's got a sort of a grid all over it. So you could use that as well. That would make it quite effective, because of course maps often have grids on, don't they? So that you know where to go. But that would look quite good. Yes! Oh yeah! I like it, I like it, I like it. That is good. Right, let me just put this big stamp down somewhere so I don't get ink all over myself. Hang on, let's put that over there. Like that. There we go. Oh, I do like that. What do you don't you think that looks good? Oh yeah, I do. Now, I want to put something in there, but it needs to be very flat. I was actually just about to put one of these on, which is what I used on the front of the card, but these have got quite sort of square edges. So do you know what I'm going to use? Hang on, let me find them. I'm looking for the white accents. Yeah, I'm going to use one of those. I know it's white, not cream, which is a bit of a shame, but I think it's going to be alright. It's just that they're much flatter, you see, and they'll slide in and out easier, because obviously I don't want it to catch on the card. Will that catch, do you think? Yes, it will. Oh, no, 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 come off. Get off. Right, we won't have that on there. Forget I suggested that. That was a bad idea. I'm not doing that one. Oh, nearly sat on the stamp as well. Let's move that out of the way. Right. I'll tell you what I will do though. With my Wink of Stella gold pen. I'm just going to colour that in, because I'm a bit of a fuss pot. Not as much as a fuss pot as my daughter is a fuss pot, but I am a bit of a fuss pot. Plus it gives it a little bit of sparkle, doesn't it? There, that's better. Right. Where did we get to? Me playing, that's where we got to, didn't we? Right. Stop playing, start working. Okay. Right. Is that dry? Hang on, let me just make sure it's dried. It should be dry by now, shouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's stick it together, shall we? Now, this is going to be a little bit delicate, to say the least. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel off, to begin with, this bottom corner on that bit and that bit. All right, because I'm going to use that corner to line up, and I'm also going to take off that corner there. But that's it, I'm not taking off any more just yet, so that I can make sure I can use this corner, which is completely covered, and this corner, which again is completely covered. Those two corners can be my lining up corners. Have I gone off the edge? Oh, I have. I've taken the tape off the edge a little bit there. Never mind, I'll sort that out in a minute. So, if I put that on that corner, like that, remember obviously we cut it both at the same time, so it should be a perfect match. Fingers crossed. Put that one on there, like that. Looking good. No, it's not. Why isn't it laying flat? It's not laying flat because I haven't taken the backing off the tape. Take the backing off the tape and then it sticks, doesn't it? Ah, done that before. Right, there we are. That's it. Duh. So we can, whoops, well, we will be in a minute because I haven't put the ribbon on it, but that is our mechanism now, look. It's good, isn't it? I like that. Now I'm going to put some ribbon on there like I just said. Where's that ribbon I found? There it is, right in front of me. Now this is, what is this? Striped cotton ribbon, and this is delightful. No, it's not. It's Hello Honey. That's it. Hello Honey. So, that's the point. As this is Hello Honey, remember the in colours are going to be retiring at the end of May. Now the in colours are a selection of colours that Stampin' Up issues every year, and the in colours are only available for 2 years. The end of the 2 years is always up end of May. So at the end of May this year we are going to lose Lost Lagoon, which is this one. We're going to lose Hello Honey, Tangelo Twist, Blackberry Bliss, and Mossy Meadow. So be warned, if you like any of those colours, you need to stock up on everything in that colour now, because stocks are getting low, they are not being replenished, and we are starting to run out. So if there's anything that you like in any of these colours, ink refills, Stampin' Right markers, embellishments, ribbons, cardstock, any of the designer series papers that match these colours, you must stock up on it now, because if you don't, you're going to miss out. And once they're gone, they're gone. They don't go into the clearance. Whoops, sorry, hit the tripod again. They don't go into the clearance sales or anything. They just whipped off. End. All right, so don't say you weren't told. Right, let's put this ribbon through. Now, you've probably noticed the ribbon is wider than the hole. That's all right. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. We can just gather it slightly like that. All right. There. Okay. So that's going to be on the end there. Now, I have cut off too much. Just makes it easier to handle. That's all. Because what I want to do, I'm just going to tie. Oh, hang on, I just need to pull it off my reel. All our twines and baker's twines and things like that that come on cards, I always transfer them onto reels. I just think makes it easier for me to store them, and it also keeps them flat as well. They, you know, you don't get the creases in them. But what I want to do is I just want to put that around there like that. I'm just going to tie that in a knot. Just careful, 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 because I don't want it to go too out of shape. There we go. That's what I was aiming for. I'll tie that in another knot, because I will. Will I tie it in a bow? I was just about to say I'll tie it in a bow, but you know what? I don't know if I will. Oh, bows are so hard, aren't they? I always get in a mess when I do bows. I'm going to cut that off there, though. Like that. Because I don't need that bit now. What do you think? Should we go for a bow? Shall I try it? Oh, good grief. Oh, look at that. Oh, mini bow. How about that? Just a mini bow. Does that look a bit girly, do you think? Bearing in mind this is for a guy, a man, and he really is a man's man. You know, some men aren't men, they're, well, they are men, but oh, shut up. Well, Greg is a man's man. No, that's a bit too girly. I'm just gonna snip that and leave it as it is. Like that. Yeah, that's it. That looks fine. I like that. Because now you have something to hold on to pull it open. And the card, the gift card, is going to be just there, like that, you see. So that will be hidden once I've put it all together and wiggled it back into place and stuff. All right, but you've got the idea. You know what where we're going with it, don't you? Good. That's the main thing. Right, let's leave that out for a minute because I just want to decorate a little bit on the front here. I can get that to go under there. There must be a knack of oh, do you know what I bet it is? I bet a lot of these cards, because I've seen a few of these cards made. I wonder if they all have that bit that lips under there. I mean, I put it under there because I wanted to make sure that it stayed, the gift card stayed hidden. But that might be the reason why, mightn't it? Never mind. That's fine. That's fine. Now, on the front here, I'm going to do similar to what I actually did on the card bit. So, I'm doing an early espresso one. I'm also going to do the same as I did before. So, where did I put that scallop punch? Because I want to do this, do a star again. Where did I put that? Don't tell me I put it away. Oh, just kick the trimmer. No, I haven't put it away. Stupid thing to think of. There you go. There it is. As if I would have put it away. God dear. Right, remember how you do this? So use your 2 3/8 scallop, a large post-it note, put your scallop on your post-it note face up so you can see what you're doing, like that. Turn your scallops punch over, slide it back in again. Now you've stuck it to your post-it note so you can see what you're doing. You can hold it rather, as well as seeing what you're doing. Line it up. When you're happy you've got it lined up, which does take a little minute because obviously you want to make sure you're kind of central. You can do loads of shapes actually when you do it, when you punch like this. Punch that out, chuck that away, get rid of all your bits. Did you see that? I put it in the bin. I didn't throw it on the floor like I usually do. 1 star. Super duper. Right. Oh, there's a bit. So that's going to go on there. Then I want some, here we go, this will do, very vanilla cardstock. Yeah, this one will do. I want, now I'm sure I used Lost Lagoon, and I'm quite sure it was, what do I call it? Oh, can't think. Oh, there it is. Yeah, tin of cards. That's what I was looking for because I had it buried on my desk. I knew I'd seen it on my desk. There's the stamp as well. Right, so let's do this one in Lost Lagoon because that's what we did before. So we do it the same. Why not? I'm just going to pop that on there. Just hold it for a second or two. Make sure all the ink's nicely absorbed into that paper so we get a really nice good stamped image. Just what we want. Then 2-inch punch, 2-inch punch. I'm going slightly at the top again, not too far, just a bit, just up a bit, because as I did with the front, I don't know if you remember, but so I put the star on the front. Oh, so I'm going to put the star on again, except this time I've done the big star, but that's going behind it rather than next to it. Let me just punch out another little mini star. There we go. Glue dots. Glue dots. Happy birthday. Right, let's get this all stuck together then. And then I can show you how we put it all on the card. So that's going to go on there. So that's our first one. Do you know what? I love my circle punches. Well, I love punches, but I love circle punches. They are so versatile. If ever you think that you want to get a punch and you're not sure what to get different size circles. You'll be absolutely amazed the different things you can do with circle punches. That sounds really sad, doesn't it? Getting all excited over punches, but they really are good. There you go. Right, that's going on there like that. So, can you see how it mimics? So the centre bit's the same. The early espresso circle's the same, but I've put the star bit behind it. So you've still got a similar effect going on. Because we're doing it as a set, you know, you want to kind of carry it through. And then that is going on there. But it needs to go on half of it rather than all of it, because it needs to be able to bend. All right, so if you turn over your circle and just pop some glue just on one half, obviously the half you're going to stick goes without saying, really, doesn't it? But you want it on your on the left half of the circle, on the back, on the left half, and then you're going to put it in the centre, ish, line it up, so that when you actually pull your card out, can you see? It goes up. Really must do something with that, mustn't I? Not quite sure what I'm going to do about that. I'll think about that one. But you see how it works? It's quite good, doesn't it? And that, now that I've actually put everything on it, what I'm going to do is, where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Oh, hang on, I've just got to get that tape off that edge there, haven't I? If I could get it off with my adhesive remover. It's quite good, this thing. It's not really meant for tape, it's meant for glue, but, and well, actually no, we use it on the snail. Well, you can use it on your snail if you get that in the wrong place, so that's why I'm thinking maybe it would work on that. Yes, no, yes, no. Kinda. Yeah, it sort of worked. I'm going to trim it though, because it's just a bit sticky. So if I just cut off that excess like that, and then, oops, my embossing buddy, give it a little bit of tap like that, put a bit of powder on it, get a paintbrush, brush the excess powder off. No more sticky. Marvellous. Get that off of there. I've got on my trousers. Right, so this is going to be going in here. Like that. How's that? Tuck that round there. Fold it all in. Oops. Fold in. That's that. And there is our completed super duper extra fancy super schmancy gift card holder. Didn't that come out well? Wouldn't you be pleased if somebody gave you one of these as your present with your gift card in it? Look, and you open it all up and you say, oh, that looks good, what's that? Oh my goodness, it's got a gift card in there. How nifty. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed all that. That was quite fun, wasn't it? I do like making cards like that sometimes. They're really good. That's a nice fancy fold card there for you. Right, everything I've used, as always, is going to be listed in the blog post that goes alongside. So that if you look underneath this video, you'll see the blog post that's got it all linked on there. So you can nip on over there, you can have a look at everything I've used, anything that you need that you want to get yourself so that you can make it will all be listed as well. All you need to do is just click on the link, it will take you straight through to the shop and you'll be there. Done, dusted, easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, that's it for today then. I hope you enjoyed that project. I did. In fact, I enjoyed it so much I might even make another one. I probably will actually make another one another day for you, but that's it for today. All right, so I will see you again very soon, I'm sure, but until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.